do a little English message, continue to speak about transcendental psychology. We are really going through this very important transformation that's been ongoing and will continue to go on. We're really looking for a turning point. Personally, my turning point has been announced by the spirit world. But when it's going to come, I'm going to be surprised because it's like I almost no longer expect it. I'm always on the plan B, plan C, plan D. I have to survive in the meantime. But there is this point of freedom that is before us. It's like I feel like I'm the one on the higher plane who's going to liberate myself, for we are one. And so right now that we're living in density, we're living in the third dimensional physical world, and the time is really the passage of time is very slow. When you move into the higher ethereal realm, as sometimes your consciousness may achieve this, understand that, then you realize there is no density, and because there is no density, there is no time. Time is only, you only perceive the passage of time through the evolution of consciousness, as well as the motion of the celestial bodies. But I'm really hoping and praying for the dissolution of all my illusions. Personally, there is this great solar flash that is preparing our own sun is been receiving and is receiving all kinds of energy from the great central sun of our galaxy, and is liberating all kinds of new energies, and eventually it's going to accumulate into a great powerful flash of energy that's going to move, that's going to affect the whole solar system, but will move humanity from the third to the fourth density. I'm going to discuss a little bit of that. But I thank you very much if you're new to if it's not done, to subscribe. I thank you for your likes, your sharing, your comments. I thank you very much for your donations. If you want a private consultation, you can send me an email. And if you're interested by art, acquiring some new age art, some art of the future, my prices are still very good. Very soon I'm going to be able to present, God willing, when God decides so. I know it's been announced in my consciousness that I'm going to be able to present it in a museum quality environment with catalogs, and so my prices will rise. And so I'm just saying my prices, my paintings are still, there are many paintings available right now on paper, small works, but very interesting. And so I thank you to let me know if you're interested. So you have to trust that all is happening in divine timing. Everything, when God will it, it's happening. It will happen, and so there is a understanding that we live in a world that is a melting pot with the highest and the lowest, the pure and the impure, the dark, and there is all kinds of lessons and souls on every level of consciousness that come from the whole galaxy and truth. And but life without spirit is very empty. People can spend their whole life, they can accumulate all the wealth in the world, all the things of the world, and get all of the self gratification. If they don't have any spirit, at the end they have nothing. Their consciousness has not evolved. Well, it may be enjoyable to do that, but personally, on the soul level, I had to break up a soul connection. I had to send a message. I have this deep soul connection with this person, this young woman that I love her deeply. We're family. It's been saying she's my wife, and I took the responsibility. But I cannot afford to have her with me, and so she continued to parade. She continued to seduce men on the internet and parade all her conquest. And so I forgive her, but I kind of had to set her free. And so it's just it's a bit painful to accept that, but such it is. And so it is the will of God. If God wanted us to be together, we would be together. So I have to accept that. So what we seek is to, it's a bit personal, I'm sorry, but it's deep soul connections we have to deal with. And the Spirit was saying, we were very surprised you were able to hold on to that connection for so long. We are expecting you would have breaked it up sooner, but so it was courageous. So what we seek is to unify the individual and the collective, the human and the divine aspect of our soul. For the divine, the light, the soul has to dominate over the darkness, the ego, the shadows. But the shadow, the integration of our own shadows is really in the works, and it's really important to do that before we can fully integrate all of our soul consciousness. We are retrieving all kinds of aspects of our soul, understanding that there is no deadline in eternity. Our soul is eternal and has no deadline. Yet there is some things that are expected of us, so we need to follow and be submissive to the guidance. For there is at some point there is going to be this great separation between fourth dimensional positive and fourth dimensional negative. There are beings in this world that are extremely cruel, extremely cold, extremely selfish, extremely greedy, and they inflict all kinds of tyranny upon everybody else. At some point, so they're exploring the dark side of life, the dark side of the negative aspect of life, and they will graduate into from third dimensional negative to fourth dimensional negative. And those who have cultivated the light or have this potential will move into fourth dimension positive, and there will be no more possibility of interference between the 4D negative to the 4D positive. So those beings will continue their game of ego and conflict and war on these parallel dimensions without able to interfere with humanity. But on the earth right now, it's a melting pot. It's all here, like Shakespeare said in The Tempest. The hells are empty. All the devils are already on the earth. Huh? So it's yet the door are opening up for us to move into these higher dimensions and aligning with the higher timeline. For in truth, there is only God. God is the only one. He allows us to believe and think and do anything we want because He knows it's only experience, and we're gonna be able to harvest all. We'll learn from everything we think, everything we say, everything we do will be reflected as a mirror. So we have to, in order to traverse this portal to a higher dimension, we need to be prepared internally. It is important it requires a certain preparations. It's not about being perfect, for that will never be achieved. There will always be new things to work on. It's about being sincere. It's about being even more sincere, and at the end, it's about even more sincere, to be in alignment with who we truly are. So to listen to our heart and to follow the guidance of our soul. It's about cultivating love, peace, and wisdom. For there are revelations of darkness that will really shake the world to its core. Some celebrities, some really famous people will be revealed as really dark beings. And that, for us, it's like the key to freedom, it's forgiveness. But the world will be shaken up and when those revelations are coming. It's close by now, so it's going to be a big storm. Huh? We have to remain centered and peaceful and forgive. Forgiveness is the key to our own freedom in this process. And the card of the day is my card of the day was the destinies. I'm ready to embrace my destiny. Is an exchange of gifts. It's like take things at face value. Take things at face value. It's all about understanding sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, as Freud used to say. It's like things right now. It's about understanding that what appears to be is what it is. You feel it, you know it. The higher wisdom is about the crossroad. It's like turning right, turning left. There is this. We have to choose to turn towards the heart and to follow, or to go towards the old patterns, the old cycle of ego. What we need to understand is into the sea. We need to make leaps of consciousness. We need to trust and have faith and no fear and leap. What we need to do is the message in the bottle, to read the signs, to understand the synchronicity and the signs and all that. And the outcome is approaching the precipice. It's going to be a lot of choices will need to be made, and there's decisions that will need to be made. So the decision will be relative to the tribe, our soul group, our soul family, what resonate with us. It will be about co-creations, because we're all co-creating. We are co-creating with each other, but we're all co-creating with the spirit as well, and about the following the divine will, the yang, the power of the will, the will of love and wisdom. So we have to trust the light that is guiding you. Trust your insight. Trust your intuition. And it's very important to know that we are all getting assistance from the higher planes, from the celestial realm, as it is needed when consciousness evolves. New guides around. Spirit informed me about a year ago that there is a spirit that came specially from paradise to guide me, and I saw him. He's amazing, beautiful beings, but I haven't really been able to work with him, or maybe he's working on a super conscious level with me. But we're all getting what we need in terms of guidance, and the guidance is always there. God has plans for the liberation of this planet, and he's putting the responsibility of the liberation of the planet. The planet called on help to the whole world. It's like it's too much. It's like she couldn't hold it. The planet is a real being, conscious being, our Mother Earth, and she called for help. And many higher galactic civilization responded to the call, and the Prime Creator has put the liberation of this planet in the hands of the galactic. The galactic said, "How do you want us to do that?" Said, doesn't matter, just do it. But they also put it in our own hands. We all have our responsibility here, and we're getting the guidance, as well as the galactics are also getting guidance from higher beings. But they just as Christic civilization in the fifth or sixth dimension, they are a lot more conscious, and so they have a different path of a different. We all complementary in this process. Yet us as incarnated beings, we have so much power down here as far as what is going on. To welcome their energy for the the galactic consciousness that are assisting the planet is far above the level of human consciousness, and those galactics are also working with the Earth alliances, the secret organizations, their groups, and their individuals, such as ourselves, that we're receiving information. Sometimes it's not it's not conscious, but everybody's been assigned certain mission. We all have a mission here, a very specific mission, to be ourselves first, to be true to ourselves, to be sincere, and then from there the Creator guides us. So to know your mission, if you want to know more about it, if you want to know the details of your mission, you follow your heart, you ask your heart, you ask your guides, you ask your intuition, you pay attention to the symbolism within your dream. It's all about serving the personal ascension as well as the collective ascension. For personally, in terms of galactic connection, I'm very, very powerfully connected to the seven sisters. There are 7 stars in the Pleiades. They are living beings. They came to me. It was amazing. I will always remember this life connection between those 7 beings. But there are many civilizations within the Pleiades, and also very connected to Sirius and Arcturus. We all have, all those who come from the higher planes, we all have family and friends in those higher civilizations. For my own spirit groups, we come from the North Star, we come from Polaris, and so we're also connected to many other civilizations, even within our own solar system. For we'll come to realize that within our own solar system, we are the last planet who hold the physical, biological civilization, but all the other planets are civilizations that have ascended beyond the level of physicality. Most of them live inside their planet. And there are many physical sort of civilization, but they come from other star systems. So a lot of, like on Mars, there is all the Luciferian groups that have been setting up there. But I came to check out what they were doing there, because there's still some positive reptilians that stayed there. They were originally from Mars. After the loss of its atmosphere, they survived. But they're not negative. But all the dark forces are localized on Mars, and Spirit showed me they're just among themselves. They're conspiring and trying to. They were trying to set up their base on Mercury to be closer to the Earth in order to because the Earth is their primary focus, but they were not allowed. The Mercurians prevented that from happening, and they tried to set up on the Moon, but there is enough light from the Ashtar Command and the Guardians and all kinds of energies now that are not allowing them to come too close. So they shouldn't be interfering too much And so, but you wouldn't want to move to Mars in this present state of being. And all those who are attracted to Mars are, it is the dark side that is attracting them there. But it's all it's all part of the initiation process in truth, because we are all one, and we are forced to learn flexibility. Very important. What flexibility means, not to be intransigent. We have to put some water into our wine. It means because all of that is part of a teaching, an initiation, and a preparation to come into the fifth dimension, when we'll be connected to all that is. Within all that is, there is the good and the bad. There is the pure and the impure, the heavy and the light. And all that is within the truth of God. There is all that is. For right now, we're moving away from ignorance into lucidity. We're moving away from agitation into serenity, to integrate this, to be integrated within the fifth dimension, the nirvana of being. But within God, there is extreme serenity and extreme agitation. For God is eternally still at the center of paradise, but is extremely agitated within every cell, every atom, every being, every planet, every star. There is an infinite agitation, yet an infinite serenity. Just God is infinitely lucid, yet he's the most ignorant, because he's learning from all experiences through all beings within the universe. He possesses all things on every level. But the universe of universes, the cosmos that we'll come to discover and learn about, is actually a lot older than what science believe. It's the calculation was about 20 trillion years, rather than 13 billion years. It's infant. It's just an infant. It's very young, and that we can know that because on Paradise there is the architects of the master universe, and we've only employed the first. We're only on the third level. There's 7 levels that it's going to become infinite eventually. It's going to become so monumentally big. Right now, it looks very big because we see billions of galaxies, but there's going to be trillions of 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 quadrillions of galaxies eventually, when the master universe will be unfolded in the eternal future. There is a big question on the Paradise philosophers. It says, how can the universe of the master universe will be able to eventually, the creation of God, will be able to reflect the infinity of the Paradise Father, because the Paradise Father is truly infinite, but into space. Space is a sub-absolute. You can always add something more into space. So that is still a paradise mystery. I'm sure God has already resolved that, and I know the consummation of that final plan will be spectacular. My spirit and my I am presence confirm to me that the consumer of the universe destiny will make it grandiose beyond. Every time we move to a next level, it gets more grandiose. For God reveal itself through the process. And right now we're just at the beginning. We're trying to master space and time, but then there is 4 levels of transcendental reality that's completely unexplored just yet. We'll have to complete space and time before the first level open up. We'll have to complete the first level before the second open up, and then we'll etc. The third and the fourth, which gets much bigger. But that's the galaxies of the. We just completed the all that we see in the physical realm is just the time and space plus the first level of outer space and transcendental universe. Well, just sharing some thoughts about that. But it's not right now. It's not what we need to do is to integrate our 4 lower body, our physical body, our mental body, our emotional body, and astral body. For we have the causal body, the subtle bodies, the light body, the spirit bodies, the higher bodies, astrological body. We have all kinds of bodies, but the 4 lower bodies, the mind, the emotion, and the physical, as well as the astral, the body of desire. We need to align them in order to move into the field of unity and love, to move into this new paradise earth. And it is happening. What we need to do is to leave the poison garden of the biblical snake, which was created these 2 powers, the duality, the fear, the lack, the separation, the conflict, to move into a garden of peace and harmony. because there is an astral entity that will play out. They have access to all our memories, and they will push all our buttons to make us believe that we need to stay within this poison garden rather than returning to the incredible love and light of God. They have a bag of tricks. So it is because the roots of evil has to be. We could just cut out all that is on the surface, but the root needs to be eliminated. So that's taking a little bit longer because we need to remove all the roots of darkness from this planet for her to completely ascend into the 12th dimension. For now, just keep turning to the source, to the creator. As well as you can turn to your guides. They are divine, eternal beings. You can turn on to the archangels, the ascended master, or the galactic family. All that are Christed beings for galactics that are serving the planet in a unified way are Christed beings. And they have a unified purpose to serve all that is and to serve the planet and humanity in their service here. But it's very important not to attack the mirror. Life is a mirror. Do not attack the mirror. Just change your reflection. Change what you propose to the mirror rather than complaining about the mirror, because the mirror only shows our subconscious fear and separation and illusions and beliefs that we've created subconsciously. We have to forgive ourselves for all that is, for all our past, and to forgive and progressively those things come back into our consciousness. By love and forgiveness, we are able to bring them into the light to create this balance and peace and harmony within ourselves. Well, I hope this message was interesting to you, my friends. I thank you very much for your support. I'm going to finish with a little song and then pull out a few more oracles. I thought we'd finish in music. It's a philosophical song, a bit mysterious. It's from David Bowie. It's called The Man Who Sold the World. It goes like this. We passed upon the stairs. We spoke of what and when. Although I wasn't there, he said I was his friend, which came as a surprise. I spoke into his eyes, I thought you died alone, a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. We never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. I laughed and shook his hand and made my way back home. I searched for foreman land. For years and years I roamed. I gaze a gazeless stare. We walked a million hills. I must have died alone, a long, long time ago. Who knows? Not me. I never lost control. Your face to face with the man who sold the world. Dum 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 dum. I'm quite eager to be at home, to have my home, so I can get some musical instrument and maybe write some original music. That's going to be quite exciting. Hopefully, God willing, whenever God wants to liberate me. So the Spirit was saying, I was going to liberate myself. So it's like, but from a higher plane. So in some other words, it wasn't really the way it was phrased, but for we are one. It is only when we know we have all the power in the world to remove all that is in resistance. It is about transformation, and we are really transforming. We have to trust and go one step at a time, to go slow, but to transform. It is really the card of the day is transformation. The higher wisdom is illumination, it's like clarity of mind. It's like we're getting this illumination, like the Buddha, the enlightened one. We're achieving that understanding what we need to understand is the blessings, to be a blessing into the world, to your energy, to love and bless and help the world in a gentle way, and to receive the blessings from heaven as a mirror, as a match for your energy. What we need to understand is solitude. For me, that's the way it is right now. I have to accept solitude, and I feel like Spirit has been telling me about marriage, children, family, and all that. But once I start my project and I have my home, I feel I would be very happy to be alone for a while, just to enjoy that by myself. And then, of course, if there is deep soul connection, to invite to share my life with somebody else. But I'm accepting that it's okay to be alone, to be a good company for yourself. It's very important to learn that, and then we'll attract all the right people to play and have fun and enjoy life with, to share. And the outcome is a delight. It's going to be very delightful. I know what is coming. So do not let the temporal delays transcend time. Just move into this sphere. Remember your eternity, and for one moment, even if it's just for one moment, to let go of all the mind and to be able to enjoy and rest and prepare yourself to be ready in the gratitude. I thank you so very much for liking, sharing. Do not forget to subscribe for your likes, for your donations. I really appreciate, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.